Oh, gathered throng.
Hi.
It is I, your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horcrims. And however it came to be, you have stumbled into Twitch's brewing show, Acquisitions Intoxicated. Of course, as always, or virtually almost always, I am joined by Eric J. Benson, Acquisitions Intoxicated brewmaster. Of course, you know the litany. Unfurl the hallowed scroll.
Yeah. It's getting longer and longer.
It is. Azerbaijan, of course, Edge Benson, the notorious EJB. All these and more, he contains multitudes.
Vitamin J.
Now, as I suggested in the past, we have a slightly truncated...
Self-identified M249?
I'll go into it. After we start drinking, we start drinking, I will explain why that's important. Essentially, we have a truncated ritual today. I tried to get a hold of Pico to run over there and grab the box this AM.
But we're going to do it on another day.
Exactly. We're going to have to do it another time. We'll do the transference. He's got a mechanism by which he can do like a full data transfer. So
very
probably
cool.
be easier if he did it for us anyway.
Yeah, totally.
And then we'll get back to the rituals. Indeed, we have icons specifically for this purpose. Icons that indicate when precisely to rub, when precisely to sing. And of course, as you may be aware, we do these things for specific reasons. It's not merely
No. It's not just tradition anymore. It enhances.
It's not just a placeholder.
Yeah.
There's two things, and you know precisely what they are as longtime viewers, right?
One,
creamy mouthfeel. 2, head retention. The head is retained, and that's very important.
Usually good in all parts of life.
It's like right now having an entire head has been a huge benefit to me, and no doubt to you.
Yeah, especially when you retain it.
Oh, now that's interesting, Beckenbauer. Do it as an unboxing.
Ooh, that's kind of neat.
Hey, now that's
a great idea.
That is not a terrible idea at all. If we get that box, we should throw it right here.
Yeah.
And then slice it open. Because if it was something that you were considering at some point, it might be handy to know, what all you get in there, and vitally, what sorts of things that you would need to truly succeed.
Exactly.
Because there's a big old wire brush. There are some dark portions of this process that we have not revealed to you. Let me be quite clear.
Yeah.
Because
the Brutang clan.
Brutang clan. Okay, I support that 100%.
Done.
That's amazing.
Done.
But it's like this. I mean, one of the novel things about the Pico is that it uses a Cornelius keg, corny, like you might see if you suffered in the dish pit, or if you ever worked bar.
Yeah.
That's fine too. All the stuff that the soda syrup comes in. Essentially, you use that as your primary fermenter. You actually pitch right into that, and then you transfer off of that once primary fermentation is done. But among other things, it means that the tube that actually goes down into it gets filled with muck and some gross shit. You don't want any part of this stuff.
You need to be cleaning it 24/7.
And so you need some specific equipment, generally speaking, to maintain the device. Although you could get a brew going fast, and I suspect they still include a very simple pale ale to get you started.
Yep.
Of course, I still have those ingredients at home from
when
I purchased it 5 years ago. But obviously, it would be a great test brew for you.
Yeah.
But so even though it's truncated, we still have a range of journey experiences for you on the program. This time, of course,
so we call it day drinking.
Day drinking. Yeah. What we have done is we've created a very elaborate ritual to ennoble the consumption of alcohol at work.
Yeah.
And I think that's what sets us apart from your run-of-the-mill alcoholics.
Yeah.
Is that we have a lot of cosplay.
Yeah. Do you realize how much strategy came up in developing this technique to subvert natural
that's us. Listen,
people looking down on us?
We don't fuck around with it. But long story short, next week we have the Brett. What recipe was that?
That
Brett?
was Lord's Favor.
Okay.
So, Lord's Favor.
So hook them up, because we can give them that preview now.
Yeah.
And then they can spend the week fantasizing.
So what was really great about this was it was mostly all, a good portion was Vienna malt. Over half was Vienna malt.
Well, and I know that I know that obviously Special B is in there. We don't have to go into it. But I'm saying that Vienna malt, I know that for you, that is something, you trust this malt.
Yeah, I
right?
really enjoy Vienna malt and the characters that it brings to a beer.
Yeah, thanks, Baca.
So for us to have this, that it's been aging, and we've had this not technically on ice, but it's been aging for about 3 months now.
Yeah, in fact, the
Before
last couple,
West,
I know,
yeah.
the last couple that we have had here have really benefited. I mean, typically we come at it pretty fresh. Mm-hmm. The last few that we have actually tapped on the show, to my mind at least, recommend a little, why not a long rest, for lack of a better term. But they have all been incredibly smooth, and I don't think it's just a function of the recipe.
No,
I think they've had a chance to it's like they took that break.
Yeah.
After high school and before college.
Right.
To kind of
They saw the world, they experienced things they never thought before. It influenced their palate.
They had a chance to eat, pray, love, and then now,
True.
of course, when we have an opportunity here on the show,
We're just praying.
We take advantage. Yeah. Now, so what's
But it was Northern Brewer and Saz were the two hops in there.
interesting?
Right.
So not crazy pants.
No, Northern Brewer was the one that we put in for bittering,
Right.
which is going to be clean, very fine and dry. But the Saz is going to give apricot and melon flavors at the end.
I was just going to say, because typically, Saz, you would use that as a bittering hop. I mean, I don't think we've ever used it as like the flavoring hop at the end. That'll be neat.
Yeah.
But the other big takeaway is the Brett, the Brettanomyces goop and slime, which is going to impart something in the range of a tangy, like something in that sour range.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. And you're gonna with these two beers that we brought in, you're gonna kind of start to get that flavoring.
Well, I was just gonna say, so this is basically this is the training wheels for us to get at.
Exactly.
Basically, give us a grounding for the Brett that we're gonna try next week. So hook me up. Tell me what's going on. Is it in the carboy right now? Our Brett?
No, it's out of the carboy.
Oh, it is.
And it's in under CO2.
Oh, okay. So you already pulled it out. When did you pull it out?
4 days ago.
Yeah. Okay. And what did it look like inside the carboy? So the carboy, of course, is the large glass tank that we use for secondary fermentation.
So imagine you were to walk in a cave.
A cavern.
A cavern. And there was, have you ever heard of Shelob?
Shelob, the queen of spiders?
Yeah.
Of course.
Or Lolth? Just imagine you were going to walk in that den.
Right.
Right? And you just walked down this cavernous cavern.
For lack of a better term.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And it just became all spider webs. And you just got stuck in a cocoon of web.
Are these?
That's what it looks like.
What color are these webs?
It's pure white.
Really?
Yeah. It's pure white. But you are so deep that you cannot see 5 feet in front of your face.
Is it like the penitent man shall pass type thing? Are we moving
Thicker.
in a? Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about a quarter of an inch web that sits above the beer itself.
Top fermentation, basically. So is it like a SCOBY?
Kind of, in a sense. I mean, it sits on top, but it's still just yeast.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, here, listen.
And it looks just horrible.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll see to what extent it was able to offer us a service here.
Exactly.
So you have see now look, there's some slime on the bottom of this. You see this? That's that Brett. So this is the Corbeau collection, pour les oiseaux.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as they say.
For the birds. And this is from Black Raven, which we've actually seen this on tap there, I think.
Have we? I can't remember at this point.
I know. I remember the name because that's a pretty distinctive name. So do we want to try Pour l'Oiseau or do we want to try Prairie Vue Français?
Yeah, do that one first because that is going to be for your palate a little more, I think, palatable.
I was going to say, like potable.
Yeah. This is more of just a farmhouse ale.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm getting I'm getting that Saison vibe.
Yep. Jeff!
Off the top. Oh, Jeff is gonna love this. Look at this. There is actually thick.
Yeah, look at that.
There's a thick richness. There's a body. Well, no, we're
Yell.
well, Jeff,
We haven't found the gong yet.
no, we're only summoning you because we think that you will actually really like this.
Yeah.
Is it the saison you were alluding to earlier?
Yeah. There's a saison, but
there's an element to it.
that's not the
Song of Says?
that's not the main draw that we think you will find appealing.
The main draw.
Yeah. First of all, I think that you will love the color, but I don't think it's going
It's
to.
very clear.
I don't think it's going to taste like it looks at all. And you can see the
Is this a sour?
You can see the suspension. Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
It's got hints.
It's got a nose.
It's got a nose of a sour.
What you would say.
All right, here. All right, we ready?
All right.
Pinkies up. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. It is not. You don't like it, huh?
He's not a sour
No,
drinker.
I don't like it, but I know.
But
that
it's not a sour. Like it smells like a sour,
But I
it's
know
not.
that it's a personal. I know that I don't like it, but I know that it's a personal failing. Like I am not proud of it. I don't think it's an index of my like advanced palate or something. I know that this is good.
I'm gonna say like, but this doesn't taste like it has almost no sourness to it.
It's tart.
I don't even taste that tart.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe my tongue has died.
No. It's
To me, this is very just refreshing. It's just crisp and clear.
I thought that you would like it because it would the Brettanomyces, which is so it's a novel way of fermenting it.
Gesundheit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought that you would like it because it moves like the flavor profile is moving more wineward.
See, and I would almost say, to me, this tastes very like a very simple lager with with some
with that extra
notes.
body.
Yeah. Because it doesn't taste very complicated. It smells more complicated than it tastes.
No,
It's not going to be
exactly.
complicated. That's the-
Exactly. Like it's very traditional in virtually every way except for the fermentation.
Yeah, the note.
Which confers this other taste.
So so there's something about this particular bizarre word that you said that you don't agree with that particular fermentation process.
But I'm constantly like every chance I get, I drink it. And
It's his white whale. It's like, I'm going to like this eventually.
It's like when you're trying to get kids to eat something. It's like you just want to have a bite of it, a little bite of it.
This is your personal broccoli.
This is my broccoli.
Yeah. This is
what I was
the
about to
Brussels
say.
sprout. This is the
your
liquid
Brussels
sprout.
Maybe if you cooked it with bacon.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, now.
What we should be thinking about is pairing.
Yeah, how
Pairing.
do we pair this with
You know what?
candied bacon? Done.
That was for wine for me, right? Like I had a hard time getting to some of the more robust wines and the
Oh, really?
the acidic wines and the ones with, strong tannins. And yeah.
Oh, wait, it was pairings that did it?
It was pairings.
Very cool.
Are you
Well, no, I actually.
are you making faces?
No,
with
one of the first times it's making me. It's controlling my mind. Yeah, one of the first times I ever actually got wine was at dinner with you.
I have a new place you must try.
Oh, the Eden?
Eden Hill.
Yeah, we could
in
do-
Seattle.
It's cool.
22 courses. Some of them very small. The first course was paired with a temporary tattoo. Rosemary. I lost the
Bonkers.
Yeah, it was amazing. I thought of you. We needed
need to
to
go to this
Well, here.
place.
So let's
All right.
let's hit the Pour Les Oiseaux just to try the Black Raven approach. Ooh, wine barrel aged saison. This might be neat.
Meerkat.
Yeah. Boy, if I'd known we were just pouring beers from the shelf, I've got something sitting in the fridge that I need a reason to open it. You just can't do it, huh? Just can't do it.
I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm sorry. I went away for a very long time.
Yeah. We need pairing recommendations.
We do.
If we get the pairing, I think you would-
if we had something
Because it would taste like a different drink to you.
Exactly. So for me, basically, I feel like it's like the first 4 notes of a scale, and then I'm just maddened when there's no resolution, right?
Okay, it's got to be like a toasted bread base.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the pairing here is.
With like a Havarti or something like that.
No, I don't know if I do a cheese, but like a subtle, like a. Speaking of rosemary, like a rosemary honey butter on a garlic, or not garlic, on a whole wheat toasted bread. I think.
Well, yeah. Basically, the bread would just return it,
and the bread for the grain and a little sweetness to counteract the tart.
Man,
let's do it.
It's challenging, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. All right.
You're not gonna cut the wax. You're just gonna.
Well, there's actually a twist seal too.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a combination lock?
Yep.
And a retinal scanner? Okay. All the dentists in the anyone who's in the dental field are like, Jerry, no!
Oh, okay. That worked great, actually.
Yep.
Fuck dentists. What do they know?
And you got the bottle opener. All right.
Dentists don't know shit about teeth.
Oh, you
come at me, dentist.
Yeah, you're in deep trouble. I worked at Nintendo when we accidentally said something offensive about chiropractors. Holy mackerel.
What?
Yeah, there was a move in the first Killer Instinct game called the chiropractor, and they put it in all their literature, and the customer service department got swamped with all these angry
Pissed
people.
off chiropractors?
Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with that.
Man, that's a
strong,
scary troop. They got a strong grip, I can tell you that much. They'll break your back.
They'll take your head and just crank it.
Holy shit.
Now we're going to get mad again.
Yeah, now look at the phones light up.
You don't like the Saison either? Okay, watching you on this huge screen is...
Yeah, no.
And watching...
this is the thing, like, I think I'm being cool, but then when I look at the screen, I can see that I'm obviously in torment. Like, I think that I'm holding it in, but I'm not holding it in at all, apparently.
No, you're very transparent. You're very opaque in your transparency.
You dork. All right, here. No, so you can already tell there's something else going on here.
Yeah, this is...
There's some other...
So
wine barrel aged,
dark...
right?
Oh, that's what it is.
It's the wine barrel.
It's the white wine.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit of a cat piss smell to it, right?
Yep, there you go.
And it's the white wine. Yeah,
it's inside.
It actually says it here: complex, earthy, fruity, and light cat piss. Tannic flavors with a crisp, dry finish.
No, and with a gentle felinity.
Yeah,
a gentle felinity.
Are we ready? I used to love that show.
tell like
TGI Fridays, right? Ooh.
Oh, that's really good.
Right?
That is really good. Jerry.
It's like a grumpy old man, Jerry.
That is really good.
God, you want kids to get off your lawn?
That would be great. I'd prefer they mow it. Okay.
There's some spice in here that...
Gary, you want to turn that bottle so people can read it?
A little vanilla. That's really good.
This is the worst commercial of all time.
Drink his beer.
No, I want this company to send us more.
Yeah.
It's Black Raven.
Oh, well, yeah, let's go. Can we just take this on the road?
Well, we could.
Can we just get a
Attach
portable
it via
camera
Wi-Fi.
and we'll just go down?
We'll just get the Twitch backpack and just walk down to the brewery.
Although-
That's not a bad idea, actually.
All right.
The last few times
I
they've
gotta
been...
get in here.
What is
get into the inner sanctum.
Yeah, what is it?
You gotta want it.
Just do it!
Jerry, in the decade plus I've known you, I've never seen
like
you react to
everything.
anything you put in your mouth the way you react to
Wow.
anything.
I like everything.
This is a true
Yeah.
statement.
Like that's my deal. Like ask Mike. Like that's my brand.
we'll
is
do these-
liking things and then inviting others into
We'll
it.
do these crazy tasting menus with bizarre ingredients, and you're like, oh, this is everyone else
I'm
at the
ready to
table's like,
go.
ugh, and you're
Yeah,
like,
It's something.
no, the raw crawdad head is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, I've had the occasional rock crawdad head. I'm saying like there is something about this like that my body revolts against. Like there's something in there where it's like my body. Like I can eat. Did you ever hear the story of Chewy Ranch?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a bag. This was when Penny Arcade was like 4 people at this time, and there was a bag of of Doritos.
Oh yeah.
We didn't really have a kitchen at that time in the office. We had like 2 rooms.
Yeah.
And there was a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos that were just on the shelf for some reason, like for a long time, like too long, like
Opened
months.
or unopened?
And, well, open.
Yep.
And then go wild.
No,
And
I'm
then
just-
open, and then but like with no chip clip.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We're familiar with this technology, I assume. And so it was basically exposed to the open air. And by the time I came around to getting one, they were flexible.
Yeah.
They had absorbed a certain amount of
That is
moisture.
actually a delicacy in several countries.
You could perform origami with the
with
chip.
the chip. Yeah.
Chewy Ranch. Exactly.
No, this is really cool. I don't understand like what it is specifically because it's not a sour.
Yeah,
No, it's a
There is
saison.
there is a bite. There's some bite in here. Let me try to find it.
Find the bite.
The close-up camera is not necessary.
Is this
Yeah,
a
it
new,
is.
Is this a new feature? The big
It's
close-up?
great.
I don't know if it's
On sour day.
I don't know
yeah.
if it's Jack Lemon or Josh who is responsible for this. I hear a lot of chortling.
It is.
They're like
Is it
high-fiving
because
back
they don't
there,
have to? They don't
pounds.
have to show the.
Thank you, Milagran. Yeah. So
device.
there is like a
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting the hay. I'm getting the.
So what is it that you specifically don't?
I don't want this. This is
is
the opposite
delicious.
of-
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good. Like
Yeah.
the more I drink of it, the more I like it.
It's still here.
This is your
Wow, that
tattoo
is
camera.
close up.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that's too close. I don't think you know that. So
Do you think?
that's even the
So
floor.
instead of the Pico Brew getting rubbed on and sang to, maybe if we just rubbed the top of Jerry's head and sang to him, the beer would change
flow.
flavor.
Yeah.
It's just like it activates in me a sort of like self-destructive behavior where it's like you can't beat me, fluid.
Yeah. It's like
I'm a conscious being.
yeah.
Fluid. Look, I watched Abyss. Fluid can beat you.
Yeah, exactly. They can actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Fluid
fucking-
will
But it can
destroy
also
you.
help.
That fucking movie.
It can also help. Yeah, I mean, it's like in some ways it's like I wonder if it's the fact that the Brett has that there is.
It's a very yeasty.
But this, yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
I wonder if it is actually the physicality of the remainder of the yeast. I wonder if that is the thing that.
That really creeps you out, like just knowing that it's in there.
I wonder if that's part of it because I don't think a beer has to be filtered. Like I'm not picky about that
Yeah.
at all. But I wonder if that isn't if the spent yeast portion if that isn't what is in tray for me,
Could be.
right?
Yeah, it could be.
I'm trying to remember. Like I don't. Like when I first started beer. When I first started beer. Like when my very first sip of a American lager, whose name everyone knows but shall remain nameless.
Hams?
Like when I would drink
Beer refreshing?
the beer. No, because that's it's from the land of sky blue water.
I was just gonna say,
It's wonderful.
You weren't from here yet.
No,
Mountain
it was, but like the first thing I could taste felt like they just soaked bread in water, right?
Yes.
Like that's all I could taste was
Upright.
this yeast,
And they're not wrong.
and it took a while of trying.
Oddly enough.
What's funny is that you basically nailed it.
Yeah.
Like your very first experience, you're like, this is just
Bread and water.
bread and water.
And then
Yeah.
I just kept drinking enough to the point that it was palatable.
this is just wet bread.
It's bread.
Yeah, Beckenbauer, you're absolutely right. What you actually do with the Hefeweizen is, let me see the bottle. So with
you
the
swirl, right?
Yeah, with the yeast in the bottom, you'll do this, and you could actually do it with this as well.
You're supposed to, right?
Yep. Yeah. So you get the yeast off the bottom, and then you pour it in.
Yeah. Okay. Too many comments. All right.
Enjoy.
I'm good.
Enjoy. Honestly,
Thank you, Aru.
thanks, Jeff. No, so I think that the burp from the Pour Les Oiseaux has a very nice flavor profile.
It's novel. Yeah. I mean, if I could burp like that all the time,
Compared to the
the
glass.
actual beer itself.
Yeah, I mean, it might be worth drinking it just so this subtle character of the burp shines through. That is not.
That is not the best.
That is a criminal enterprise. Yeah. Hey, you know what might be cool to set up today?
What?
So we did 1,000-Year Promise
Yes.
a long time ago, which is an EPA wedding beer.
Very much so.
But we are getting to the end
Yup.
of the third arc, second season of the C Teams. Better show. I'm sure you've heard about it. So with only 2 episodes left, we are getting into the wedding itself. I wonder if one of the themes for this week shouldn't be like a wedding brew for walnut and Brahma.
Could be.
That could be a super cool theme, I think. Let's take a look.
I like it.
Oh, no, drunk phytologist, believe it. I
fucking
have
Vegemite.
had
Ugh.
the ultimate yeast flavor. Because trust me, right? So if you go to Oz, one of their favorite things to do is make non-Aussies eat Vegemite.
Yeah.
I mean, they have. Oh, will bacteria? You can support bacteria on Vegemite as like the base, like the agar type stuff.
Interesting.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. I mean, it's nutritious as hell. I bet they love it. I bet they're all about that shit.
It's like natto. Have you ever gone to Japan? Or had
I have
natto
never
from
had
Japan?
natto. The only reason I even know about natto at all is from there was an episode of Iron Chef.
Oh, okay.
Where
Oh
natto-
God, they had to use it.
Yeah. Iron Chef Japan made a natto dessert.
Well,
And
that
I
had to
was
be
like-
wild. That had to
I mean,
be
I could look at it on the screen and tell what it smelled and tasted like.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Is
it good, though?
No, God, it's horrible. But it's kind of like having Vegemite, right? Like, it's the same concept. It's like
That's right, because you have a friend who like sharpens blades near the Capitol or something, right?
so, but it's just fermented beans in a little dish, right?
Yeah.
Just as bad as Vegemite.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you
it's
like
on
the
that
Vegemite,
tier.
but
Lab Vegemite. Oh, yeast extract plus peptide. There you go. That Viking goat is like, what? Natto's delicious and good for you.
it's horrible. Don't.
Always too much sticky fermented bean. Exactly. Like when they were pulling the beans away from the other beans.
Yeah, it's like
and then thick cords began to like form and stretch and
It's like
snap.
imagine if you melted peanut brittle and then started ripping it apart. That's what it looks like.
But it's also cold.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing good about it.
I don't know.
There's nothing good about it, Viking.
Salmon ice cream. I don't remember the salmon ice cream one, but I was obsessed with that show. So let's get some themes.
I like the
popping.
wedding theme. That's great.
Brahma. And walnut. Wedding.
That wedding.
Man, we had some savage gambit last night.
It was great.
Real good
It was
fights.
really good gambit.
Fights. Timora, interesting.
Oh, that's kind of neat. Clipper-chan. Ah!
So what else are you thinking? What did you think sounded good? Ooh, the test market.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
That's very
Ooh, a Salif beer?
interesting. Ooh, yep, Salif would be very good. But no reason we can't do both. I'll just keep that one in mind. So Salif.
Jace, we just had the salt and straw blood ice cream pudding
Well, you
on Saturday.
tried it.
Yeah, it was
What'd you
really
think?
good. It was really good. I love salt and straw.
Yeah. So we actually, Jace, we have a salt and straw over in Ballard as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Walnut's Children, the Dryads? No, I don't believe they do. Causality beer. Oh,
Ooh, that's kind of a neat idea.
Mad Scientist 92 wants to know, what is this about? I can't begin to tell you what a strange portion of Twitch you have discovered.
Yeah.
You are, even now, as we speak, being exposed to the harsh rays of Twitch's brewing show, Acquisitions Intoxicated. So we are going to create, with your help, hopefully, a brand new beer based on events that occur in our Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which takes place on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. PDT.
It's true.
Hopefully I have answered all questions. See, Mr. Dan Breenman is going after those milky white tentacles.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And how white could you get? Thanks, man, scientist.
We did the Stellar J beer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one for Vizier and one
Yeah,
for
one
Truth.
for, yeah.
Timeline Tentacle, I like that.
I like the concept of doing a causality beer, because what the hell does that look and taste like?
Yeah, the new branch up north is cool. I like that.
We haven't done a Four-Mother beer, like a beer for Four-Mother.
No, that's true. So basically it's the fruit of the Nemazir, right? Here's the truth, though. A Four-Mother beer would almost certainly be a cider,
That's true.
right?
That's very true.
Four-Mother beer would be a cider, I think.
Roar has a good idea.
Roar's talking about that Doomgate.
Doomgate, another Doomgate. We haven't done one of those in a
yeah.
year.
Here, so we'll go Doomgate.
In a year.
I know, right? Man, but the first one was so good.
Oh, yeah, it
Dark
was
wine.
amazing. It was utterly amazing. An Illithid brew?
Rich
That's a great
raisin.
one. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was the dark wine.
Oh,
was
yeah,
out
yeah.
of fucking control.
I feel like, did we do a war loot?
No.
God, I feel like, what was the strawberry blonde that we did for Brahma?
Dan Breeman is saying, hey, make a beer with butterfly pea blossom, and when you add lemonade, it will turn from blue to pink. Weird.
Oh, you could do something for Xanathar. That's kind of fun.
Ball, I like that. Oh, juicy
Oh!
IPA. Now you're talking.
That's a great idea for Four-Mother.
Now you're talking. Basically, get the fruit and juice aspects.
Yeah, that's a really cool way to look at that. Instead of a cider, that's a really great change.
Right here. So we'll pop in there because the truth is, I mean, before I had one of those hazies,
Yeah.
it's like there's definitely fruit notes, but before I had one of those, it wasn't juicy.
Right.
Like in the like
Right, in
like
that like
juice.
this should have pulp in it type of mouthfeel.
Yeah.
What was the beer we had on Saturday? The hazy that at Jolly Roger did one. The crock of shit.
They did. Yeah, it was Crocker Ship.
Yeah.
That was their hazy IPA. But since we had it on cast,
Yeah, it was clear. It was clarified.
everything fell out.
That was an amazing beer.
Yeah, Pendragon beer would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's popping out there. Man, the Four-Mother fans are out in...
Wow, I thought Doomgate was gonna run away with
Four-Mother
this.
fans are out in force today.
Oh, even the Brahma. Oh yeah, the Brahma wedding. I forgot about that too.
Oh, Paddock Tea. I feel like the EPA would do more of an Applejack style. Look at this. Their end game is going to look more like Captain Planet and Mad Max. Yeah, you have figured it all the way out. Honestly, if you're looking for more evidence for your theory, definitely watch. And honestly, it'd be worth for any enthusiast of the C team. It'd be worth watching the PAX South debut game.
Oh yeah, just to get reacquainted.
Get reacquainted with it, but there's also a bunch of imagery specifically around Nalayan's headdress that might bolster your theory. Yeah, dandelions. Let's see, dandelion leaf is kind of a bitter leaf, right?
It's definitely edible.
Darth Niel. I actually just got a text from my friend over at Pico. Let's see what he says.
Whoa, GM4, 18 months in a row? Pretty rad, my friend.
Well, here, they wanna do a transfer for this device.
That'd be great.
Can do. I will let them know.
Ooh, a Rose IPA? That could be interesting.
Well, remember,
yeah.
Dan Breenman brought one when he came through.
Yeah. Chris, we're not doing a goddamn lobster stout. Just because he's from Boston, you know?
Dude. Okay.
No, I'm meat suit. I'm just busting on Chris. Yeah, Chris, you should just taste it and see what a lobster stout tastes like.
You can't win. I'm not gonna let this liquid beat me.
Oh, so you mean you want more? Sure.
No, not the close up. That's not what's required now. That's the opposite, in fact. Like I said, so they stopped actually making it. As soon as I wanted to buy it, like I always saw it, and I was like, okay, this brewery's trolling people.
With the
Oyster
stout, yeah.
And then as soon as I actually wanted to go buy it, they stopped making it.
Who?
It was at No Lie. It's one of the few cool things about Spokane, honestly.
Very cool.
No Lie is very nice.
Yeah. So Chris from Asmati Games sends me a picture like 2 days ago. He's like, you need to brew this. And it's a can of beer with a lobster on it. And it's a lobster stout.
Harumph. Harumph. Listen, they want Foremother. Like,
I think it's
honestly,
cool.
like all of those concepts were hot as shit. Foremother is where they want to go.
I think it's neat.
And Amy will be overjoyed.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Are you kidding?
it's definitely worth it.
So the first one, I think that's a great idea. A hazy IPA. I think that should be one of the choices, hands
Definitely.
down.
Hazy IPA. So for basically emphasizing fruit.
Yeah, because I think anything we do, we could do a wheat beer and make it like a strawberry wheat or apple wheat or a peach wheat. Any wheat beer you can add any fruit to, like a raspberry wheat.
How do you do it?
What do you mean?
Like on the back end.
We're just going to add raspberry to the fermenter. Like say we pick a fruit.
Oh, you just like
So we're going to design.
slice, prepare,
Yeah, well, it's
and
the
then
puree.
incorporate. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So even on an apple, it'd be something like an applesauce or something
Yeah,
like that.
you would just puree it and throw it right in.
I have sure as hell never had an apple wheat beer. That might be fucking rad.
Could be interesting to try. So I would say a fruit wheat beer.
Easy.
And
Damn it. Do we have another one we can toss in? I mean, we could do a cider.
we could do we could do a cider.
I mean, I know. Listen, I know that a cider is not like sexy for us because it doesn't require all this stuff. But the truth is, especially without the equipment.
Well, I'm saving the I was saving the next cider for when Chris comes on.
But we can just make another cider
sure.
for when he comes by, right?
Yeah.
So if we did a cider,
Yeah, throw a cider on there.
especially since it's fall and we're in Washington, because what that means, among other things, is that we'll have access. We will have an embarrassment of access to probably the best apple harvest on this side of the country easily. Lots of cool stuff. So
Yeah.
we can be picky even about the juice. It's not that hard to get here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, JSHB. The farmers market's like 8 minutes from my house. So I go down there with the kids on Sundays. It'd be easy
Oh yeah.
as hell to get that shit popping. Yeah. Beckenbauer, if we do wheat, the secondary choice is going to be what fruit. So fear not. We will definitely offer that in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Try hops and ginger. Kilgar. Killing me. Sounds all right.
Someone just added in there. It was big something
National Whistle.
saying that local breweries do exactly that. They throw the fruit in their wheat beers, and that's how I originally had my wheat beers. Is where at a local brewery.
So what successes have you had on the wheat side with fruit?
Strawberry wheat's always huge. It's always works phenomenally well. Raspberry wheats as well. Blueberry is kind of like on that fringe.
Yeah,
but
I have a hard time imagining. A blueberry crop that could stand up to wheat.
yeah,
Like
but
wheat is kind of a heavy hitter grain wise.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's light, but it's going to be super sweet, right?
It is, but it's a very specific kind of sweet.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has a lot of freight, right? No, they want the wheat beer
Ooh,
with
strawberry kiwi. That's interesting.
fruit. Kiwi. I wonder. Kiwi could work. I mean, it's a pretty classic combo in candies, certainly.
Yeah, Big Dog, an apricot is a huge one.
Oh, so rich.
Yeah. Magic Hat
Syrupy.
number 9. You probably had that. That's primarily an apricot beer. Oh, pineapple? That's interesting.
Could work. Could work. I mean, that would be a
Yeah, that'd be
big
interesting.
tang on top of the wheat. A kettle soured strawberry wheat. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If it's not too sour, then you still get plenty of the fruit, right?
Ooh, strawberry mint? That could be interesting. I would probably do that more with not a wheat beer, but maybe a lager, like a strawberry mint lager.
Ooh, drug phytologist. I was just going to say,
Ooh,
nectarines. Like, nectarines are big at my house. Nectarine is basically, that's like the anytime snack food.
And nectarines?
In
yeah.
Shea Holkins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who fucks with nectarines?
Wow.
Tree berry, like a mulberry cherry. We're
Yeah.
we're gonna get to that. It looks to
Oh,
me.
Kilgar, that's a kind of a great idea, using some lactose.
Well, yeah. If what we're trying to do is
Make it a
maintain the
creamsicle?
creamy mouthfeel, obviously singing is going to be required. But on the
Naturally.
back end, of course,
Yeah.
if we bring in lactose the same way that you would in a stout or something like that.
I'm so proud of
to
you
get
at this moment. This is fantastic, guys.
Yeah, I'm having the best time.
This is the best.
I love this fucking show. So, so we're good.
Yeah.
Honestly, on both of these, they have made what I would describe as the curatorial choice.
Absolutely. I think right now, before we even get any ABVs or anything like that, choose the fruit. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Now we got obviously here in Washington, and I would say also given the idea that the fruit of the Nemazir is something like an apple at its base, that definitely thematically recommends. An apple as the fruit, but that should not. Thanks, Antonator. But that should not, by any means, determine that we're going to be using, like what fruit we use, like
Yeah.
on Earth, because there's no way to indicate what this apple. This is like a 3,000-year-old fruit. There's no way to indicate what that apple might have tasted like. So don't let that guide your hand.
Well, it's like
necessarily.
bananas, right? Like the bananas we eat now don't taste like bananas of old.
No, they were like a brick,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
So consider that. Be thinking mostly about taste as opposed to anything else. So let's throw an apple in there. That's an easy call.
Yep, absolutely.
What else in there? Gosh, nectarine, because that's going to be a rich, tangy
Yeah, I
sweet.
think that's really. God, the pineapple sounds super interesting.
Yeah, here,
Oh,
so
cranberry?
cranberry.
A blood orange would
Yeah,
be neat.
no, cranberry. So understand, right? So it's a very small apple. Mm-hmm. At least the base of it, where the rest of the blade grows out of.
Yeah, lives in bogs,
And so it could be a situation where it is something like a crab apple.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
Which, if you've ever bitten into a crab apple, it's very much like biting into a cranberry.
Yeah.
It's that kind of like really bright tang with very little sweet could be a really interesting combination
Yeah.
with a wheat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say cranberry
Yeah, see what happens.
for real.
Yeah.
Also, I've never seen that, and we have to be thinking about our next big festival win.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if you roll in with the cranberry wheat, motherfuckers are going to be
You're
like,
what the?
"What's
Who is this?
What's this now?"
Just drop the bottle.
But no, they're all winners. I mean,
Oh,
the
God, yeah,
truth again. The truth is that we get to determine, and the fact is that even an apple, it's like obviously a modern apple isn't its genetic forebear at all.
Right.
Like apples don't grow true.
Right.
Are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucked me up.
Yeah, crazy, right?
When
Well,
I
it's the
read
same thing
that.
like bananas, right? Like, same thing.
Well, they don't. But I'm saying you plant an apple seed. There's no way. There's no. It doesn't grow into the apple that it came from.
Yeah.
That's really, really weird.
Weird, right?
Right? Because it doesn't give a shit.
I'll do what I want.
No, it's just it's just
You thought
experimentation.
you thought I was Granny Smith? Nope. Macintosh.
Something else.
Boosh.
Or something gross.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them apparently, a lot of wild apples just taste like a tangy potato, which I think is pretty funny.
Oh, that's
Clues. That's spiky and tangy sweet with pineapple. That is very, very strong advocacy clues. Cranberry, yeah, cran apple. Obviously, that's a pretty classic. Drunk phytologist, I know perfectly well you will go on a plant rant. You are welcome to.
Yeah. It's always great when we learn from the stream.
Oh, Eckler says, fun fact, we've bred fruits to be so sweet that zoos can't give them to animals for diabetes and dental concerns.
Really?
Fucking A. For real?
What? That's wild.
That's crazy pants.
Oh, God, kiwi.
Here, while they're hammering out their fruity desires, Protoform says, are you worried about mouthfeel and head retention buildup from not singing to the grains low these many weeks? How to resolve this? Each time we're cracking fresh grains, so each individual batch of grains doesn't know about the previous ones. So you don't have to worry about that. Obviously, there's a cosmology.
There's no, they don't need to go to therapy or anything.
No, they're fine.
Yeah.
Drunk phytologist, do you think song style could affect the grains in the final product? Different songs for different brews could be important.
Does a stout want metal where a saison kind of wants slow jazz?
Or do you change the song based on how you want the particular outcome? So we may want to make a note somewhere of the song that gets sung to the grains. That's well put. Hey, Dracus says you guys assuaged my homebrewing fears about my first batch turning out like shit. I'd like to happily share after another 2 weeks of bottle conditioning. It tastes way less like shit. Almost serviceably
That's what we want. We want our shit to taste way less like shit.
No, exactly.
That's when you've won.
And that's the best part about that, right, is that as it, becomes more and more potable, it's like you're also finding like your own threshold for what you will consider putting in your craw.
Yeah.
Right? Because and there's a point where you can meet this liquid halfway, and then in that instant, you have a bunch of beer.
Oddly enough, it's drinkable.
You just have to find that point. Hey, Xanthos D, I'm going to throw this one to you, but I think I know. Do you notice a difference between forced carbing and natural carb? I know that you have opinions on this.
I don't. You'll notice a little bit of difference, but it's not the thing that can go wrong with forced carbing a beer. And I force carbonate all my beer.
Thanks, Charles.
But the thing that if you carbonate it too quickly, it can turn a little bit acidic.
That's been my experience. It's like an off flavor, but that has to do with forcing it too fast. It's like how hard are we forcing this carbonation?
Exactly.
Because if you're just forced carbonation, but you're still giving it like you do a couple days, it's still okay.
Yeah, but if you're cranking it up to 32 and giving it a day and a half,
seltzer tang, and you'll recognize it right away. Let's see, Crazy Forest Gnome, have you seen a book that came out recently called A Beer in the Loire? I'd recommend it. It's about a British guy moving to France to set up a microbrewery. Each chapter starts with a homebrew recipe.
What?
Dude, that sounds fucking
super
sick.
Cool.
Oh man, I gotta get my mitts on that.
I agree.
All right.
I think we got cranberry.
Oh yeah, that's a zombie. Apple was definitely making a play.
Oh, was it?
But it's a cramb. We're going for the cramb.
I think that's going to be really, really neat.
Okay, so I need to set up a snare by which I can grab those extra notes. Yeah, well, yes, dude. Greg might bring over the new Pico right now. This is great news.
This is fantastic.
This is great news. All right. But the best part is that he says they can take that Special Boy and fix it.
Oh, really?
So there might be a scenario where we can get some true parallel batches going, or even double batches of the same.
Yeah.
So we can do a full keg, right? All right, now let me make a note here on the Notes app, and we can go.
You have a Notes
hog
app?
Wild, absolutely.
Wow.
And it's synchronized with the cloud. So
the cloud.
But I just want to make sure that I get all the stuff. So our fruit choice is cranb.
Crambin. Crambin.
Okay. Now it's time to start building the rest of our profile, right?
You bet. So let's talk about some ABV. So on a typical wheat beer, they're not overly high in ABV. You're going to be looking at a 4 to 5.5 on average.
All right, here.
is the style guideline.
Yeah, so I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I think that's
because
great.
we're talking about a sword,
Yeah,
right?
skull splitter, as some might call it.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So that'll give us a range.
Yeah,
Also,
I think it's really neat.
But building the back largely out of wheat, I think it's just going to make it. No matter what we do with the fruit, it's just going to make it very present.
Yeah, because
Like it's just big. I mean, that's my read on.
you mean the fruit is going to be big because of the wheat, or the wheat is going to be big because
I
of the
find
fruit?
wheat very in a brew. I find wheat very distinctive.
Oh, it is. Well, especially in a wheat beer, because with a wheat beer, you're looking at 30 to 50% of the beer is made with wheat malt.
Yeah.
So over half of it is going to have that distinct
That
flavor.
character. It isn't a matter of adding it later or
Mm-hmm.
sort of like shifting the conversation a little bit
Mm-hmm.
towards some of that character. It's that like wheat biscuit,
Exactly.
shredded wheat, like mild sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I think, going to be really cool because the fruit will be okay.
Well, yeah, and I'm fascinated to see how it works with cranberries. I've never even...
No. And a cranberry isn't. I mean, it's a novel. That's a novel approach.
Yeah.
But I mean, to my mind, let's say that it's not 100% potable. Think about like hyper traditional beers, like a juniper beer. I find that very challenging.
Yeah.
But that is.
But that's... Josh, isn't that what you grew up on?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. I'm saying that like that is a traditional thing. Like there's places in the world where people eat rotten sharks, and that's like a fun thing to eat.
I mean, what do you do on your weekends, right?
I don't eat rotten sharks.
Yet.
I eat food that is pure and wholesome.
No, we eat little small cheeseburgers
That's-
and French fries.
But I repeat myself. And so what I'm saying is that we're talking about a really old, strange fruit.
And one that is not common in this process.
No. And I think that the thing that would be so wild. I mean, think about a beer made from weapons. This is a huge idea.
Well, and the the tanginess of a cranberry. I don't even know if it's tangy.
It is.
It's got its own flavor characteristics.
Exactly. So, but most
Edge
of
of
the
the sword,
sweet,
man. Edge of the
exactly.
sword.
But most of the sweet. Keep that in mind for the naming. Most of the Starvation Alley, a B Corp, and providing amazing juice cranberries. Thanks, Belgium. That is
Interesting.
good stuff. Yeah, I'm about this. All right, so 6 came out on top. Like it's not even a competition.
Fantastic.
So I have made a note of it
Ah, good.
so that we might remember it.
Always.
I'm just saying I have failed in this task before, and it's been a problem. Now,
So
what are we
let's
thinking about?
Talk about our colors. A typical wheat beer is anywhere from 3 to 6 on the SRM scale. It's going to get a little darker because of the fruit that we put into it.
Yes.
And especially because it's a red fruit or a dark red,
Yeah.
deep red, as they might say.
3, 6, and then let's give them a 9 just
Yeah.
for a little bit more body. Let's take a look. Beckenbauer, in terms of how we add the cranberries, I don't think that we have decided yet.
Yeah. We could use a syrup. It probably might be some fresh. I would probably puree some fresh cranberries. Grind them up.
Interesting. Yeah. So in that scenario, because a cranberry by itself is not. So have you ever actually like put one in your craw?
Yeah.
And munched on it? It's like eating a tangy sponge. Like it's not. You know
not
what I
the-
mean? It's not like a jellied thing.
No.
And so, functionally speaking, at that point, if you're using it, the malt just has to be strong enough to hold up.
Yeah.
Underneath the weight of that.
Yeah.
Weird shit. And in terms of like being tangy, like I mean, I don't know what in terms of hops. Like I'm not even sure what we're trying to get at. Right? It's like that amount of tanginess is going to be
Well,
fucking
we don't really have to add too much
nuts.
hops to this.
right.
Yeah.
It's going to end up being something like a traditional German style. Where
Yeah, it could be.
The IBUs maybe
Yeah.
rest real low because the actual profile
Is all from the berry.
Yeah. Hey, are there? Drunk Phytologist wants to know if there are particular types of glass which work best for your carboys for secondary fermentation. Are there kinds you should absolutely not do? I mean, we just buy them on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, so
It's just a big bottle, basically.
yeah, everybody's got their own preference. There are
Are
plastic.
there some? Is there some?
There's debate.
Some theories?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to have a, you know.
I definitely preferred the first one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let this beat me. I'm gonna win.
With the so typically glass is usually always. People like to think it's always better. You can get plastic carboys now.
I mean, that's the classic. Like honestly, like people made beer in buckets for
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, it's just personal preference and how nitpicky you want to be.
Honestly,
And-
I prefer the visibility.
yeah,
Like that's the thing I like about
right.
right.
And see, but you can also get stainless steel ones now too. It's really just how much you want to spend. You're going to have a great tasting beer
that's true.
in a plastic bucket, just as much as you're going to have a great tasting beer in a clear plastic container,
Yeah, cleaning
or
is much more important than
exactly, or a glass container. So whatever your budget can afford,
yeah.
go for it. It's going to taste just as good.
So Shroomish is saying, now that my first real homebrew of blackberry mead, nice, is in the fermenter, how do you recommend I distract myself from worrying about it constantly for the next month?
Play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is a great combo. Maybe involve yourself in an MMO.
Yep, Destiny, also fun. Gambits are wildly entertaining.
Oh, yeah. I mean, generally speaking, people think that Destiny 2 has more or less arrived at its final form with the advent of the Forsaken expansion.
Yeah.
Something to consider. But yes, that's the classic problem. It's like that. I mean,
Yeah.
here's
Well,
what
it's like
you
coffee.
should do.
I remember when you first, you showed me how to roast coffee, and you're
You
like,
want to you want to pull it and grind it right away, and I'm
yeah,
like, no.
I'm
12
getting
hours.
tests. He's like, don't you dare make coffee for 12 hours or whatever. I'm like, son of a, I gotta wait till tomorrow morning,
do.
and the whole house smells of this delicious coffee,
And it's
roasted
not
coffee.
And it's not even like a coffee smell. Like the
No.
roasted coffee smell is more like a roasted cocoa smell.
Yeah.
Like it's actually really, really good,
Yeah.
but it's not like a coffee smell.
But you're sitting there after you've created these beans, and
Right.
it's so hard not to, you're twiddling your thumbs in front of it, waiting for that 12-hour mark for the gas to come off.
Yeah, so Shroomish, it's like this. This is what I would say. Get a couple more hobbies that involve you making things
Yeah.
and do those.
40K.
40K.
Kill
For
team.
example, split a kill team box with your friend Steve. See if Steve's good for $70 or so, right? The other thing is get into coffee roasting, yogurt making, smoking meats, and then just try to set it up so that your life is just an endless cycle of your own products that you can make for yourself and share with your friends, and there's always something coming online.
Yeah.
Now, the real comfort I can offer you is that when you make your next batch, you'll have a bottle of this ready to go, and it will be a comfort to you. So one of the first things when Eric and I started working together in the show, the classic wisdom is the first rule of homebrew.
Sit back and have a beer. Sit back and enjoy a homebrew.
All right, so they want the 9.
Oh, cool. Okay. Now let's talk about our IBUs.
Yeah.
15 to 30 is the standard.
Okay.
Good Kevin. Yes, the Vampire podcast. The discomfort cards, that was something Jerry and I had actually talked about because I was talking with him about it. I'm like, before I start a vampire game, I always ask the players, are there any ideas or any scenarios that you want to stay away
Well,
from?
especially in Vampire, there's a few games that are like this, but especially in Vampire, you can get into some shit
Yeah. Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
And you can get over your head.
Yeah.
And you don't want to, and you want to have a mechanism built into the game. Like in the C team, of course, I just do it verbally.
Right.
But I definitely make sure that everybody's having fun and
Right.
that everybody's sort of in the same place together.
Yeah, and Vampire deals with a lot of dark concepts. And so when I was talking, I think we were recording this old lair or something. I was like, what I want to do is I want to have something at the table that the players can just push forward and that
Yeah.
I can see. So
Yeah.
and then you came, oh, we'll make it a playing card. So it's kind of a, you know,
Basically, what it does is it codifies so that everybody is a part of the game,
yeah,
but it codifies the moment. It codifies the a way to express discomfort
Yeah.
without derailing the whole thing.
yeah, exactly. And no, nobody else is going to be looking.
Exactly.
You know, you can just slide it
And
forward.
the truth is that for a lot of people, simply knowing that the game is conscious of their mental state is enough to allow them to handle more.
yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I
but
never
it's
thought about it
nice
like that.
The fact that people give a shit at the table
Yeah,
is often enough
yeah.
to give people a little bit of free reign. Anyway, so we were looking for SRM 9, ABV 6, and now we're talking about IBU.
IBUs. 15 through 30 is the standard, but you can make it more bitter if you want. But really, with this, we don't. We really don't need to go too high in the bitterness because the cranberries themselves are going to add a lot to that mix as well.
True. But there may also be a novel combination of things that we can push through there.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be that it's tangy on both sides because it's precisely because it's weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like Greg is going to bring the new machine out here.
Beautiful.
So while I'm doing the art stream, if you can talk to Greg and get the two machines swapped, god damn.
We're in business.
We're going to be looking great. Yep. So it sounds to me like the will of the people here is that
Wow.
it rests.
You think?
Is that it rests low down here and that we allow the cranberry to sort of talk for the treble portion of this.
Yeah. So we're
That's
going to go
my
with
read.
15.
That's my read. That was a fast one.
Oh,
Okay. It's 15.
okay. I think we're good with 15.
Listen, I believe in democracy, obviously, but
Okay, so next we're going to put 30, 40, and 50% as choices.
for wheat.
This is how much wheat we're going to put into it. Darth, I believe the podcast is on the Club PA
Indeed.
site.
That is true. All right, now, so here we go. So go ahead and break down for them, if we're talking about wheat volume total, give them a sense of what the range we're talking about.
Yeah, okay, so when we want
It's
to
a wheat beer, and so those are the percentages for the style.
Right. So, I mean, a classic one you can, not a classic, but you can look at like a Blue Moon.
Yeah.
And that's going to be heavy on the wheat. So think of it as more, it's going to be, if we're in the 50% range with wheat, think of it as being very bright, very sweet, and almost a bit of orange inside of that flavor.
Yeah, once it
profile.
hits a certain threshold,
Yeah.
and that's why Blue Moon sort of tastes the way it does.
Well, 'cause Blue Moon is primarily wheat and coriander.
Yeah, but they have the coriander in there to play off of the
Exactly,
increased, the
100%.
orange aspect, right?
100%. So that's kind of what you want to think. If we look at it as a 30% wheat, that's going to allow us to play more with the malt flavors in this.
Yeah.
To play off of the fruit.
Yeah, to mess around with to basically tinker with the build a little bit.
Exactly.
And create a different kind of bed for those cranberries.
Yeah.
Okay.
A different bog.
If you will.
Yeah.
Coriander.
Got to feed that horse.
You have no choice. Well, I mean, you want to feed the horse, but the horse has got a very elaborate diet.
Yeah, it's
Currently.
God, it's changed, man.
It's got a lot of hunger.
He's going from like Atkins to paleo to he's just one of those diet flip floppers.
No, 40 is
Oh
actually
wow, that's cool.
pulling ahead. It was like 10 down.
Yeah.
Yeah, clues. Depending on the wheat volume, there's definitely going to be an orange vibe in this mess.
Ooh, that'll be super interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the horse that feeds. All right. They want 40, which I think
it's great.
I think is a winner.
Yeah.
All right. So
now let's talk about another base malt that we want to use.
yeah, because now we're trying to give this cranberry tart a soft landing malt wise. So where do you want to go?
Traditionally, we'll say pale malt. This is going to make it very dry and crisp and clear. And the other is going to be Maris Otter, which is going to be cool. Like
That's a very good idea with the wheat.
exactly like a biscuity. So you're playing off of almost like a pie characteristic.
Yeah, so now you're coming with the shredded wheat, but here you're coming into it with the biscuit,
Yep.
like the wheat cookie. Try that. Yeah, so that pale basically, the pale is mostly going to stay out of the wheat's way. It's going to be clean and crisp, but it's mostly going to stay out of the way. The Maris Otter is more of a choice, I would say. But the blade of Foremother is in fact clear.
Yeah.
Something to
Clear,
consider.
sharp, clean, dry, crisp.
There's
There's a big...
There's a case to be made that
Yeah.
that's the right choice. What's the SRM on wheat?
Oh, it's like 2.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
2 or 3.
2.3? Yeesh. Yeah, Wolfen, that's where I'm at, too. We got to balance that tart out. We got to blunt the attack.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. Rambo's kind of right too. You can't really go wrong either way.
Oh,
We're gonna
I don't
we're
think
gonna
so,
win.
too. They're both great choices.
Yeah.
It's just,
How do you feel about your wheat beer?
yeah, Maris
today?
Otter is more of a choice.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
would
going to
say.
heavily
it's more
impact
of
that
it's
beer.
more of like a
Yeah, yeah.
man. They want that pale.
Wow.
We're going to give it to him,
Pale gonna give it to you.
but he has no choice. Now, so we need to figure out IBUs, don't we? Or is that after wheat?
I thought we already did IBUs, didn't we?
Did we? Did we?
Yep.
What was it?
15.
15. Damn it! I've been doing the whole thing over here. All right, it was the lowest one. I know that. Okay, so pale is good. So but we probably want one more, right?
Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna. What were we going for with the ABV?
ABV is 6. So we got some room here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the color was going to be what, 9? Neen?
Hello, Jade Lady. Yeah, color is 9. So we got plenty of room with wheat.
All right, so let's talk about some other grains we can put in here.
Yeah. So what's gonna be cool? Like what's gonna be a neat? So right now, wheat is the major note. Pale's backing it up.
Yep.
What do we basically like? How do we make this bed? How do we get the hospital corners on this bed?
And I was just checking the fruit section to see if cranberry was even
Not
in
even
it.
in there. It's not even in there.
No, we could do some.
Oh, Kilgar is saying flaked oats.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna. It's not really gonna affect the taste as much.
No, it's mostly gonna be the mouth.
Mouthfeel, yeah.
But it is interesting. It'd be even more wholesome.
Yeah, I mean you could throw it in there. Oh God, rye would be weird as hell.
Rye would be weird. And it would crazy color too.
So I'm gonna say either.
Sugar plums clue.
Well, I mean essentially, that's what we would be doing. Put some crystal in there, like a light crystal.
Yeah.
So you get your head retention, you get some caramel flavor.
It's probably our final grain, right?
Yeah, with a wheat, you don't need a lot. Or do we put some caramunic in?
Yeah, so Crystal is for sweet caramel flavor. Mm-hmm. And then
Cara Munich
yeah.
is going to give us malty flavor. It's going to boost the malt flavor characteristic with a little bit of caramel in there as well.
Man, this is going to be good. I already got a good feeling about this one.
Oh, Crystal like Foremother. That's
Works for me.
yeah.
Works for me. S.A. Wells says, while waiting for the stream, I just finished replaying Banner Saga, and I have many feels. Would beer help, generally speaking? Banner Saga, that's a heavy emotional lift there. Dracus wants to know if the yucky beer face is universal. It's possible that bitter face, there was an advertising campaign at one point.
Coors tried it for a while, and it's kind of didn't work out too well for him.
What are the odds of finding a beer that Mike likes but Jerry does not? This is from Branish. I would say very low.
I don't know. We have to get him to try one of these because shit, that's the case.
No,
He's not going to like it. But
no, this is like the lake water
yeah,
that is like still in your tackle box, and you just like tip it out into a cup. Like I promise you, he is not. Gonna like
no, I know he's not going to like that. But it would be funny if he actually did.
It would. Big Dog wants to know if we can get one of comedy burn episodes with Eric and Jeff targeting Jerry. That's not necessary. That's hurtful anti-Jerry propaganda. It's gonna be Crystal.
Oh, cool. So we're going to use a really light Crystal, like a Crystal 10.
But the Crystal plus the wheat, mwah.
And look at that.
That is what we're talking about. Just get some of a little of that alcohol in there.
We're going for 9 on the SRM. Right?
9 SRM. That's true.
Oops. Actually, I got to put the pail down.
Oh, so you can increase one of the other ones?
We're going for 40% on the wheat, right?
I'm trying. Oh, so now you got to play with the other two.
Yep.
I didn't know how
And our
hard your
ABV
job
was 6.
Our ABV is 6.
Pretty damn close, friends.
Yeah, 6.2. Wow.
Ha!
Damn close.
That's what I'm calling it there.
Damn close. All right, 40, 30, 30. A very, very tasty malt bill there. So now we got to get... We have our fruit.
Gotta get up to get down.
So it's about the hop, right?
Yep, it's all about the hops. So let's talk about our bittering hops to start.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Our Brewer's Gold could be interesting.
Yeah, classic. Tell me about the Brewer's Gold in terms of like how do I sell it to the channel?
You're going to be looking for it's fruit and spice. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Definitely not Galaxy at all.
No. Not on my watch.
We'll have none of that here.
Well, there's a time for Galaxy.
Is there?
Yeah. Oh, no, Galaxy can be cool.
Yeah.
It can be.
No, I like it.
But Galaxy does not play nice.
Oh, God, no. It doesn't play nice with anything.
And it's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
Brewer's Gold. Thanks, Ponskas. Yeah, Brewer's Gold is kind of a neat take.
I am going to, where is, this is kind of tougher. Oh, Magnum. We use Magnum. It's bitter, but very clean.
True.
I think that'll be fun.
Bitterbrew Queen for the basically for the bittering stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You good for 2?
Actually,
Or do you want to throw a third one in there?
if we can get
Baron
it,
Timber saying Challenger.
yeah, we could use Challenger. There's Yakima Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't used Challenger in a while. Spicy and fruity. Yeah, we'll throw Challenger.
Oh, there
in
we go.
Yep.
Might be interesting. All right, so take a look at those. Thanks for the tip there, Bear. Banana juice plus half a Weizen. Yeah, I get it. It's about the body matches. Thanks, Wolfie Spawn. Wow. Thanks for watching the show. It is indeed a 4-mother cranberry wheat. Ho ho. Yeah, hops tea is definitely a thing. I had Whiffmid give Walnut some in the campaign.
Hopped water. Have you had that yet? Mm-hmm. Really good.
Yeah. Well, hops are super versatile.
Yep.
There's a lot of ways to win there.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so I got some more cues. Have you guys heard of auto brewery syndrome? It's when your gut bacteria gets infected with brewing yeast, so whenever you eat a lot of starch or sugar, you accidentally get drunk.
What?
Is that true, Neon
Come
Graveyard?
on. That's a thing?
Oh, New Belgium says, hey, a couple of our brewers are coming out to visit the area in a few weeks. Would love to have a beer with you guys.
Fuck yeah.
You know how to get a hold of us,
The
pal.
answer is yes.
Could you design a beer to have a
Tell them
shot?
to come out on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Could you design a beer to have a shot added to it? Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done a few different combinations.
I mean, they're just, it's how do you design a beer around a Boilermaker?
Exactly. It's totally possible. GM Rocky says, would it be possible to add some other neat, interesting things to the secondary fermentation?
Absolutely.
The thought of adding white chocolate to add a hinted note of sweet oils. Interesting.
Okay.
That's also part and parcel with the like the lactose, like trying to get into this creamy
Yeah, that
space.
creamsicle type of taste. Yeah.
Kilgar, if an Ack Ant meetup happens at PAX East, would homebrew be welcome to share?
Absolutely.
It's happened in
That's
the past.
happened, yeah.
I would say that's a relatively normal thing. Atria Ventrica says, I reversed the order of the hop cages in my Zymatic while making War Priest. It is no longer an IPA. I dry hopped it anyways, and now I don't know what the hell kind of beer it is. A hoppy porter. I'm just calling it oops for the moment. Yeah, I think that I think that's going to be all right actually. Yeah, they want the Challenger. We're going to give it to
Yeah,
them.
I like it.
It's a bold hop.
Well, yeah, and it's good because it's a variant of Northern Brewer.
Yeah.
And that's a classic that you can throw.
Classic bittering. Now, so are we throwing something on top?
Yes, that's the other question. Do we want
Yeah.
something for flavor and aroma on this as well?
We might. I mean, it's, with the knowledge that the cranberries are definitely going to spin this a certain way. Do we want to have anybody? Do we want to have any buddies up there?
Right.
Or do we want to leave it be? Let's give them a choice.
Yep.
Or leave it be.
Leave it be. So leave it be. I'm going to say Amarillo Gold, which is going to be citrus and flowery,
Ooh, okay.
or Citra.
Yeah, we were talking about Amarillo Gold just last night. So citrus and flower, which is good, a good combo. And you're also saying Citra, which is a classic for us.
Okay, yeah, I love Citra, but
How do you describe it? I mean, it basically is like
citrus.
rind, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think the floral notes would be kind of pretty neat with this beer. So that's where the Amarillo Gold kind of comes in.
Yeah.
We could look at Chinook, yeah.
Chinook. All right, give this a try. I put one in there. I put another one in there and didn't do it.
Oh, did you not put the none?
Well, I did, but then it got goofed. It
Done
looks.
got goofed. What are you doing?
There you go. Sorry about that. We got there.
Man,
Now,
I remember my first.
iPad. My first internet.
Yep.
All right, so
That and polls.
yeah, so they're pushing through there. They got a couple cool choices, and then ultimately it might be that the cranberries are it, along with the bittering.
Could be
and the-
kinda
and-
neat.
and the wheat sweetness.
Leave the cranberries alone, damn it.
Yeah. So I think that's all right. I think that's a good combito there. Hey, Viking Ghost says, hey, you guys want to go in on a hop farm or something? Don't tempt me, motherfuckers. Xanthos says, I'm pretty sure I heard talk about recipe kits in the past. Any chance we might see these for order online anytime soon? I live in Alaska and you guys have made brewing something attainable for pulling back the
really?
missed shroud, as it were. I'd love to be able to order kits for your beers. I mean, we could work with
Micro. Yep.
right? I mean, we already know those guys.
Yep.
They're cool to work
They're
with.
super rad.
You run a D&D game for them.
Yep.
It'd probably be really easy to get in there.
Yeah.
And put a few kits for the classics together, right?
Yeah, well, we talked with them about, even for local people, is just having the recipes on, 3 of the original recipes on hand.
Yeah.
So you could go into the shop and get them done. But nothing saying we
Do
can't
they
put
ship?
No, they don't ship now because they don't have a warehouse.
Oh, yeah, because they're itty bitty.
Jeff? No.
Well, they're itty bitty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're actually one of the biggest homebrew shops in the
For
Seattle
sure, but
region.
they're just not rigged for
Yeah.
that type of work. What are we thinking about here? Oh no, they want cranberries alone. They want big malt,
super
sweet,
cool.
decent, and so at 15 IBU, isn't that right? Mm-hmm. At 15 IBU, you'll be able to have those in there,
Yeah.
maybe at a larger amount.
Yeah.
And then the cranberries are just going to come in on top.
I love it.
Man, this might be really good.
You
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Man, this might not taste like shit.
Well, I'm just saying that the cranberry aspect of it is definitely something to consider. Hey, so it came out with Leave the Cranberries Alone. Now all we need is a name.
Yeah. Yeast.
Well, and a yeast.
Just saying.
Some people use yeast in beer, and that's fine.
I mean, if you need to.
Okay, so what do you got?
We're gonna go with the traditional American yeast, wheat ale.
Mm-hmm.
Dry, crisp, and tart. And then we're gonna use the Bavarian wheat.
Really?
Which is gonna give bubblegum, banana, the apple flavors to it. Make it more malty.
Move it in that Belgian direction. Take it kind of funky.
Mm-hmm. Make it taste more pie-ish.
Yeah. Well, crank the fruit.
Yeah. Fruit and malt.
Yeah. Yeah. So bubblegum, fruit, malt.
Banana too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Banana is one of the things in there that gives in your face, I think.
In your face.
All right, so you got a couple novel choices there.
Bubble fruit.
Bubble fruit?
You wrote it.
Bubble gum. No, it's listen.
You got bubble fruit.
We need to get the real one on my laptop.
That's the excuse.
Bubble fruit.
That is the excuse. and
Bubble
it's a-
fruit.
and it's great. It's a very powerful excuse.
Bubble fruit.
Yeah, Jay Rambos, I will never not vote Belgian. Yeah, I support you 100%.
Oh yeah, it's Bavarian.
Okay, so I just want to make that note. New Belgium is saying, look up Starvation Alley, B Corp, and Avide Amazing Juice Cranberries.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Big Dog says, hey, speaking of Kill Team, my question was deleted last week, but is there not a Thousand Suns starter yet? So how many models are needed for Kill Team? So the core book, the core Kill Team book, breaks down all the point requirements and army building rules. So poke around for those and you'll be able to figure out exactly what you need. Our local game shop just has heaps of them.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're selling regular boxes and saying, hey, this would be good for a Kill Team.
Yeah. But yeah, you can get the Thousand Suns. What I did is I bought the Thousand Suns Rubric Marine box.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong there because there's so many customization options.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, and you get 10 figs in it, and You're on average 5 to 6, maybe 7 at most minis.
Yeah, Fr Beckenbauer says, "Hey, do you have any way to get some Weltenburger?" But I assume it's actually Weltenburger, something like that.
I don't know. There's the Bavarian shop down in Pike.
Could be worth taking a look. Beer over there. It's a smallish, ancient German brewery, and I'm convinced their dark export is basically the best beer ever. Well, being a German beer, it definitely has to get mentioned somewhere high up on the list. It's mastery. I mean, German brewing is at a level of mastery. When I was there, I had a friend who I had met a super long time ago take me around to the places.
Oh, really?
Take me around to some of like the stranger places.
Well,
and
man.
I experienced some crazy shit. And then obviously our friend
Christian Franz is
has
itching.
exposed us to the sort of the state of the art as far as German micro, and it's terrifying. I mean, it's just exquisite. They're going for the Belgian on this. This is going to be whacked out, but it should have that mystical strangeness about it, right? Now we need a name.
Now you need a name.
All right, what are we thinking here? Yeah, Beckenbauer, I don't even know what a hectoliter is. I assume that's not a real volume.
Yeah, it is.
Ripe for battle.
Ooh, that's blade words. I like that. Fruits of War. That's cool. Grove and Glaive. Or was it? Yeah, Grove and Glaive. Dangerous Curve. Edge of the Blade. Strike Through.
Edge of the Blade was yours, right?
Huh? Not mine.
You had said it, I think, earlier.
Oh,
in
did
the
I?
show, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mother tongue. Oof.
Ooh. Sweet Steel.
For Mama just killed a man.
Oh.
Bitter Blade.
The Thorns of War. Blade's Edge, also good.
Cransacked. Nice. I'll put in Cransacked as a good joke option.
Yeah. Sharp Promise. Fruit of the Loons.
Hee. The War Ever Ages Tasteful.
Blade Plugin.
Fur Brewer, First Fruit.
Christ.
Druid Fluid.
Oh.
All right, here, I'm going to ship these.
Yep.
Let me see.
Ooh, that's a good selection.
Let me know what you think, Mother's Buddy. Harvester, always good. So let's take a look at this premium selection here. And once we derive via this mystic process the name the beer should have, we will, of course, seize the machinery of the universe, and I will head over and hang out with my friend Mike Krahulik.
Mother Tongue, wow.
It's Mother Tongue, but honestly, like, there's a lot of sayings that connect drunkenness and true speech.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I find that very interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's biblical debates, you know what I mean, that surround it.
Yeah, I think that's
it's an age-old...
Yeah, I think that's real cool.
Cransacked cheeses.
Cransacked is kick-ass, of course.
That's
I love them.
great.
I love them all.
I
I love them
know.
all. But Mother Tongue came out on top of this
Yeah,
one. I mean,
absolutely.
it's got a gruesome lead. We just got to call it good. Name that file. It sounds like Pico's coming over. They're going to bring over some equipment. We're going to trade out our stuff to them. It's going to be super awesome. For now, gathered friends, thank you so much for hanging out with us.